Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 20 of Agrarian Skies 2. Got a couple things. I learned some more about the wind turbines or windmills, flux windmills, and want to try that out real quick. But I also noticed downstairs that I am almost, well, actually now I am out of capacity in this barrel. So I have 64 stacks of iron ingots and no more are coming in. In fact, some are even showing up in the overflow chest as we speak. So that's kind of the first thing I want to deal with. These barrels that we're using are from the Java, um, just a better barrel or better barrel something. But there's all these other things. First thing are the structural upgrades. Those give you upgrade slots. And then these upgrades, storage upgrade, increases the storage capacity by 64 stacks, uses a slot. So the Mark 1 structural upgrade gives you 1 slot. You can then stick a storage upgrade in it. The Mark 2 gives you 3 slots. The Mark 3 gives you 7 slots, etc. All the way to the Mark 10 that gives you 1,023 slots of upgrades. Got a few things. You can turn it into a B space barrel. I'm not sure what that is. There's a upgrade to allow it to emit redstone. A barrel, an automatic output upgrade. A ×3 storage upgrade. A ×9 storage upgrade. A ×27 storage upgrade, etc., etc. The void upgrade is an interesting one. It basically lets it continue to consume items that will that match the type and just voids them. And then there's the other upgrades. Creative upgrade allows infinite withdrawals, stickers, hopper facades, yeah, lots of interesting things. What I want to do right now is just get the one of the structural upgrades and a storage upgrade. But if we look at the quest book, there's actually one that wants a storage upgrade ×3 and it will give us a Mark II structural upgrade. So a Mark II structural upgrade provides 3 slots. This requires 3 slots. That's useful. But we also are going to need a Mark I structural upgrade to get there. So how do we do that? The structural upgrades are planks and fences, then iron and fences, then gold and fences, etc., etc., etc. The storage upgrade is simply a 3x storage upgrade is simply 3 storage upgrades. Storage upgrade is another barrel and 2 pistons. So let's build it. We are going to need, well, I've got iron on me. Let's get some redstone and head upstairs to where the planks are. You know what? I think it's time to make some more planks. There we go. Oh, we're going to need fences too. Yep. I only got 3. Now I got 4. There's our Mark I structural upgrade. Now, our first storage upgrade requires a barrel. So to do a barrel, take the chest, surround it by wood planks, put a slab on top. We've got our barrel. We're also going to need 2 pistons. Like so. Right, so that's got one of our storage upgrades. I'm going to need a Mark 3 storage upgrade, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay, I didn't do nearly enough. Let's do that 2 more times. Four of those. And now we get our Mark 3 storage upgrade. Got it. That gets us our we now need a structural upgrade, and we get a Mark 2 structural upgrade, and we can claim that. So now let's go put it in place. I should note you'll need to be holding a job item in your hand or something else. So check this out. I don't think I can. I'm shift right clicking. Yeah, you need at least to upgrade Mark 1 to apply this. So you can see when I applied the Mark 1 upgrade, the color changed just a little bit. Now if I move one of the Java things to my hand, I get more information. You can see I've got a Mark 1 structural upgrade, and I have 1 upgrade slot available. If I try to right click the X3 storage upgrade, not enough upgrade slots for this upgrade, you need at least 3 to apply this. So I'm going to apply the Mark 2 upgrade, and now I have, you can see I have the 3 slots. Right click again, and all of a sudden this guy goes from being able to set 4,096 items to 16,384 items, or 256 stacks. So yeah, it's it can hold some stuff now. There we go. Let me chow down a bit first, and then let's go try this windmill out. So I've got the rotor, the flux windmill. Let's see, I'm going to put the redstone and ingots away, or not ingots, nuggets away briefly. And let's head up. So I think the problem before is that I was trying to put it where the rotor didn't have enough room to actually spin. And that's probably a problem. So what I was going to do is head up there. See if see what happened up in that region. So I've got some ladders here. I'm going to get them, and I've got my thought I had some clay blocks. There's some hardened clay. I thought I had some green, but oh, there we go. Yeah. Let's get those green ones. Actually, no. I'll use the red ones. Now I'd really like for the block to come right up. So the last little bit of that is 3 blocks out from the water column. 1, 2, 3. So this should be right up under that one. Let's climb. I'll come back when I finish building this tower. Okay, I'm now up here at the top, And I want to put this up here. First thing I'm going to do is make sure I keep it well lit, because I definitely do not want to deal with mob spawns up here. Now I'm going to take this flux duct and I'm just going to jump and climb with this right now. I'm at Y86. It would be ideal to get up above Y100 with this, but I'm not going to try for that right now. And then, there it is. There we go. So with enough room, I was able to drop in the rotor blade and have it actually work. Now I'm going to very carefully run this conduit down so that I can actually use the power. This is probably the hardest transition for me because I need to get on this ladder. Got it. Perfect. Whoa. Yep, that was the problem. Okay, well, at least I didn't die horribly on the way down. And if I'd been smart, I would have come on this side of it. Alright, well, I am going to try to not fall off this time. Like that. I think I'm going to let myself heal a bit first. Anyway, what I would like to do is run down power to this area so that I can use the windmill to power the farms, or at least some of them. It's not going to be enough for what I'm actually going to be doing, but hey, every little bit helps. To make that work, and to make just, oh good grief, if I could stop just messing up, that would be awesome. So, fortunately I'm healing quickly. I have no idea. There it is. I have to be careful. Just barely hit the corner. Alright, here we go. Now I'm going to knock those away and hook it up that way, and then very carefully come back down the ladder and pick up my conduits. Alright, so now when I'm ready for farm equipment, I should have power available to it. So yay. What else do we need to do? Power grid. Alright, we can do more wind, that. Also a hand pump. So I'm going to craft these and then come back and show them. Back in a bit. Okay, built several things. Got the clockwork engine and the peat-fired engine ready. The clockwork engine, basically you right-click it and right-click it and it generates power. Okay, pretty basic. The peat-fired engine basically burns peat. Yeah, you can peat in it, no fuel, no redstone right now. We don't have any peat yet, but it was part of the quest chain. Right there. And we do get some peat as part of it, so let's... no redstone. It requires a redstone signal to activate it. Okay, well I'll make a lever and come do that in a bit. So now I'm working on the potions generator. It needs an enchantment table, which is right there. The next thing is obsidian, redstone, and a furnace. So there's our basic furnace. Now let's get our redstone. And finally the obsidian. And we can get our potions generator. And like I said, I'm probably not going to end up using this really at all. But it does give us a leadstone energy cell. And while those are not terribly difficult to craft, they are really useful. Right, the leadstone energy cell is used in creating a hardened energy cell, which is used in creating okay, I guess that was it. That's right, the higher ones use a different frame. Not important. What this guy can do is serve as a buffer for power. So what I am going to do now is... where should I put it? Maybe just right here. So it seems to be full and outputting power. Let's just make sure that these guys just do something to use power, and he is obviously still getting power, so yeah, should be good. Anyway, what this will do is basically give us a power buffer. If something happens to lava generation, it will keep the power running for just a bit. For the ore processor, that's not such a huge deal, right? If something, everything's got its own buffer. It's more of a problem when you get into applied energistics and you have something that basically, if you don't have power, you can't get your stuff out of it. That's you really want to avoid power loss in cases like that. And now I'm just putting things away. Put all that stuff in the not using it yet category. Those are all generally useful. These can go in the food chest. And that's it. Let me put the books away as well. Why is that not chopped down yet? Ah. There we go. So, eventually I'm going to replace that with something that I don't have to keep repairing, these flint axes. I suppose I could make a new axe to go in it, but I really kind of expecting to swap this out for something different pretty soon. Anyway, that's got that. Let's do the power let's see, generators can combine with other generators to create more powerful generators. The first tier will multiply the power output by 8. It's like having 8 generators in one block. So we need a culinary generator, and that will give us a potions generator. The culinary generator with 8 multipliers is basically 8 of them with an energy transfer node. The energy transfer node is, wow, this is a really expensive recipe. I'll do it later. I'll do it when I'm not on camera and then just show it. Just like how that one, yeah, it's basically the x64 power multiplier is more. Yeah, that'll be entertaining sometime later. I'm not going to deal with it right now. This one, also not going to deal with it right now. So, let's jump into the, let's see, what is first an assembly line? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so first thing it wants is a retriever. So this is the thermal transport quest. We already did the temperate flow duct, the item duct, and the servo, the filter. Now we just need a retriever to get a reward bag. The retriever is not that difficult. It does require an Eye of Ender and some Enderium nuggets. Oh, I forgot about the Enderium nuggets. Enderium nuggets are kind of involved. You need the pyrotheum dust smelted with the Enderium blend. To make the Enderium blend, you need a resonant ender bucket with pulverized shiny metal, pulverized tin, and pulverized silver. To get the resonant ender bucket, you boil down ender pearls in a magma crucible, and then run them through a fluid transposer. That's a lot of stuff, right? Let's do something else. I'll set that up off camera, but I wanted to do something, ooh, it'd be nice to get a full heart since I'm down to 2. Alright, a fisher. So this is a block that basically fishes for you. The fisher is, if I remember correctly, it's pretty easy to build. Yeah. Plastic, fishing rod, a machine frame, buckets, iron gears, a reception coil. Nothing that we haven't seen before. So, let's make ourselves a fishing rod, some iron gears. Okay. We'll need 3 sticks and 2 pieces of string. And then everything else we need is down. Oh, wait a minute. We will need 2 plastic sheets, which are up here. Right, set this up on the lower table. I will need a machine frame, which needs a tin gear. I'm going to need 2 iron gears. The machine frame requires 4 pieces of glass. And let's get that started while I think of what else is involved. Oh, tin and iron won't make an alloy. I think I'll just watch it As soon as the tin is done, I'll start it into the casting table. Great. I think the very first thing I will teach the Applied Energistics system is how to make machine frames. So I've mentioned Applied Energistics a few times. If you haven't used that mod, it's a really cool mod. But basically it gives you digital item storage, and you can also build this neat multi-block that will basically let you train it, give it patterns, and let it automatically build them for you. So we need 2 buckets and a reception coil. The reception coil is... I can never remember. It's gold. And our buckets. And we have a fisher. So the fisher, where do I want to set that up? Yeah, we've already got, let's see, I've only got 1 flux duct remaining. You know what? This might be a reasonable place to put the fisher, somewhere kind of down in here. If I remember correctly, it needs to be a 3x3. And definitely needs to be a full water source. Now, right. Now, once I power this, it should start giving me fish. And I'm not quite going to be able to do it with the flux duct that I have on hand, but if I take some of this that I'm not using, I have 1 short. There we go. So let's get a chest before it starts just spewing fish. And just for aesthetic purposes, I'm going to close that up. But if this is working correctly, I'll get fish there in a minute or 2. If it's not working correctly, I will open it up and see what's wrong with it. Alright, and that gets us a full heart. Place it directly over water, apply power, put some item collection device like a chest on top, and come back later to collect the fish that invisible hamsters will leave for you. But it gets us a full heart. Now, I haven't seen this yet in Agrarian Skies 2, but in Agrarian Skies 1, sometimes it would give you full hearts that were bad. This one looks good, so yay, 3 lives remaining. Next up, Mob Spawner. Gets another full heart and a single-use safari net, but what it's looking for is an auto spawner and a reusable safari net. Okay, assuming you have been using a mob grinder, you probably have a bit of mob essence lying around. Or you can always pull yourself with a syringe and a bucket. Once you have some spare mob essence, take a reusable safari net and capture a mob, put the mob into an auto spawner, apply power and mob essence, and enjoy your mob clones. So the auto spawner is cool little block. Lots of interesting stuff to build it. You're going to need some blaze powder and slime balls, nether wart, right? Lots of good stuff. The safari net goes inside it and basically tells it what mob you want to spawn. You're going to need ender pearls and a gas tier for that. And then it basically clones a mob. So let's say you really want bones and arrows. You could capture a skeleton and just start spawning them, which is kind of neat. I would really like to do it to, I don't know, there's a couple of different mobs that work out, are kind of interesting to do that with. There's a spider. I just heard a spider. Oh, it spawned in that room down below. Anyway, there's several good uses for an auto spawner, but I don't really have the mob essence set up yet. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get that because I haven't collected it. Do any of the others open up? No, it requires something else. So probably going to be blocked on that one for a bit. Oh well. Let's see what else we can do. Mob Hunter. Still need to kill some more creepers. Oh, we can make an oak barricade and get this reward. How many do we need? Just one. Oak barricade is simply wood arranged one on top of the other. That's pretty easy. Yay, oak barricade. And we'll claim 16 more of them. You know, this probably would have been useful back when we were getting mobs all over the base to simply barricade like that. But I didn't do it then. And I don't really need them now, so there we go. They can be stored there. And yay, all done. Ah, the iron spikes. So these are basically the next evolution up from the punji sticks. If I'd kept the tower, probably would have them already. But the iron spike is simply basic swords, ingots, and a block. So let's build one. 3 sticks. Let's see, we'll need 6 ingots for the swords. Three more ingots to go under them, and 9 more ingots for the block. I think I got one too many, but that's okay. Yep, or 4 too many. No, 1 too many. Yeah. Because I do need 3 of those for this part of the recipe. And that gets me 4 iron spikes. Iron spikes simply look like that, and if you get close to them, they hurt you a lot. I would not recommend leaving those hanging around the base. Not a good plan. But hey, they get us 2 more iron spikes for a total of 6. And if we need them, they'll be right there. Finally, mob transport. There are 2 kinds of conveyor belt. The plastic variety will move items but not players, mobs, or golems. The more expensive variety will allow mobs to spawn on top and move mobs to wherever you want them. Probably a nice safe holding pen, right? So it's wanting 2 different types of conveyor belts. This type is the one, I think, that only moves items, whereas these will do mobs. But let's read that again. The more expensive variety will allow mobs to spawn on top and will move the mobs to wherever you want them. So which one is considered more expensive? The plastic-based variety will move items but not players. So I think that's rubber. Is that plastic? Yeah. This one is definitely not plastic, so guessing this is the one that will do that. But anyway, it wants both, so let's do both. We'll need 3 of those. Iron and redstone. I don't have the redstone on me. The other kind of conveyor belt requires a little bit more. We're going to need some rails, redstone and iron. Okay, and we'll need 1 stick. There we go. There we go. So, let's see, an easy way to check this out. So, theoretically, a mob could spawn there. That's moving. Yeah, it's moving items, but not players. Okay. Now this one. Okay, it's a whole block. I wonder how I change its direction. I do not know. Okay. So we got them built, but I'm not quite sure how to use at least the more expensive one yet. This one, if I remember correctly, you can change its direction, yeah, just by right-clicking it with the wrench. And pick it up by shift right-clicking with the wrench. So that's useful. I will, again, put those in the chest. What's next? We get 16 more conveyors. That promptly go in the chest. And we just need to kill some more creepers to work on that quest line. Let's see, blood magic, thaumaturgy, botania. Those are really interesting topics for another time. So I think in between episodes, I'm going to work on these power multipliers, because that's just a lot of crafting to do on camera. And I'd really like to do the mob spawner, but I would like to build another mob area first and start playing with a couple of things, specifically the grinder, which is an interesting recipe, and the harvester, a few other things from Mine Factory Reloaded. So that is probably next episode, but for now, thank you for watching.